Hey, what's up, everybody? My name is Michael, aka Rickshaw, and you are nerding out with Rickshaw. And you're also nerding out with.
The very excited Toby.
Toby's very excited because he will never stop loving Every Time I
Never,
Die.
never.
He will always bring up any news about any members of Every Time I Die
That's right.
doing anything at all.
It doesn't matter how big or small, I'm going to talk about it on the show.
He'll send me a link that says Andy, ex Every Time I Die member, farts blood.
I can't help it. We're talking about it.
But yeah, I'm a huge Every Time I Die fan too. But I don't think I'm as much of a fan as everyone that surrounds me. Of
Yeah.
course, I was very upset that when they came to town here in Austin, I had already established that I was going to the Under Oath Every Time I Die Spirit Box show because Spirit Box are my ex bandmates from my Wrestle the Bear once, and they were like, "Oh yeah, we got you on the list, dude. It's all good. Just come out then." And then everyone was like, "Well, they're also playing, like next month." And that's like 3 months before the Spirit
Yeah, they
Box.
had just released the album, so they were doing the
Yeah,
Radical tour, and they
yeah,
actually had the Spirit Box dates out first, I think, and then
yeah.
then they had the other
So
ones.
So all my friends were like, "Hey, you should come to the show. Hey, we're coming down to Austin to go to the show. You should come out." And I was like, "Well, I already got to work, and I don't know." And then finally, I was like, "You know what? I should go to work instead." And
I'll
then
see them
like,
later.
and then it was like 2 weeks after the show, they're like, "We broke up."
Well, it wasn't that fast because they still played Tid the Season, which I actually went to both those Austin shows, and then I went to New York to go to Tid the Season for both nights. So luckily, I got to see them 4 times before their demise because in February, I believe, is when they announced that they were splitting up. Keith and the rest of the band had some disagreements. Mom and dad are upset at each other, and they still love each other maybe from afar, but they're not going to be together anymore. Is what happened.
I remember something about because even going into that holiday show, there was stuff going on,
Something
and
something happened while they
yeah,
were on the Radical tour, and Keith ended up leaving the show, and the Twitter page put out a thing like our vocalist isn't going to be there tonight. Come jump on stage and grab the mic and sing whatever part you want. Something like
mm,
that.
yeah,
Something along those lines. It happened, and they were just going to carry on without Keith, and that's really all that was said about it. And then Keith like immediately put out a response like my bandmates won't even address me by name or something. It was real kind of petty on everyone's part. But that's when the tension grew between Jordan, his brother, the guitarist, and Keith. Something happened. He overheard something. Maybe it was miscommunication, but there was a falling out at that point, and they had already had the Tid the Season show booked, and that's their big. They do a lot of donations and charities and stuff for Buffalo, and it brought in a bunch of people into Buffalo, and those guys they fucking love Buffalo, so they got through that show, and like there was a bunch of different like you could pay to play like games and stuff with the Every Time I Die. Like you could be on their team. I forget what game they were playing, shuffleboard or something. I don't fucking know. But Keith was nowhere to be found on any of the meet and greets. I did one of the meet and greet things where you went and had cereal with the band, and Keith wasn't there, but the rest of the band was. So yeah, it got ugly
ooh,
real quick.
yeah. So we are here to watch the new video from a band that Jordan and Goose and a few other people, but those are the ex members of Every
Yes.
Time I Die. They've been teasing a lot of stuff that they're working on, and now we have an announcement. They just released a video, and like they're like, "Bam! Here's our new band." So it's who are the filling or the rest of the members that we have not filled in yet?
So Goose, Mitch, and Jordan, those are 3 from Every
Okay,
Time I
yeah.
Die.
The bass player, right?
Right, yes. And
Okay.
then Will Putney from Fit for an Autopsy and End, which I fucking love End. And then Dillinger Escape Plans, Greg Picato? I don't know how to say his name. I don't really... this is probably going to be shameful, but I'm not a huge Dillinger fan. I like One of Us is the Killer, or with the album with the feather on it. I love that album and some of the early stuff. I think that's the vocalist that was on that album, though.
Yeah.
And I really dig that album. I just never listened to more. So I'm really excited. Their new band is called Better Lovers, which I love that name. That's a cool name. And I guess their first single is going to be 30 Under 13. And dude, they've already announced a tour. Did you see that?
I have not.
Yeah, so they have a tour set up already with The Ghost Inside and Under Oath and We Came as Romans. They're yeah. So
Are they opening?
yes, they're opening, and it looks like they don't have they do have a Dallas date. It'll be August 12th. So they don't have an Austin date, but they do have a San Antonio date.
Okay.
So
Well, shit. That's gonna be a wild one.
yes.
So I'm a wild one.
But yeah.
But before we get any deeper,
Oh, man, damn it. Okay.
if you are in the market for a new pair of headphones, you go to the description, click on the link, and there will be several different options for Sennheiser headphones. If you decide to get a pair, you could use the discount code 10nerdingout, and you will get 10% off that pair of headphones. Thank you for choosing Sennheiser, and thank you for watching Nerding Out.
I thought you were
And we're back.
I thought you were going to say, and back to you. I thought you were going to throw it back to yourself.
And back to you, Rickshaw.
Thank you, Rickshaw. All right.
But yeah, so yeah, I know that Toby. I woke up to a text from Toby saying, "Are we gonna do this, or can I watch it now?" And I'm like, "No, you are gonna freaking wait."
Yeah. When I found out about it at 10 o'clock this morning, and it's 9 o'clock this morning, and it is currently 4:30. I've had to wait 7 hours to watch this, Mike. I'm getting antsy. So can we do it?
Yeah, but there's some
you're
things,
fucking with me now.
Yeah, I am. There's some things that I've had to wait because I was like, we'll probably react to those, and I still haven't even seen them.
Oh, I know. That's happened to me a lot, too.
Like Secret Invasion. Still haven't watched that trailer. We decided we'd waited too long, and then my brain decided to forget about it. So, still waiting to see that. But yes, Toby, fine. Let's watch it.
Oh, let's do it.
How far are you willing to reach? While you're covering outcomes that you cannot achieve. Now you're on a mission, but you won't complete. Saying, hold on to me, trying to let go of me, of what you'll never be. You'll hang yourself on that leash. Moral mind of a fool that never breathe when you fucked him up inside. Left there to survive.
Open it up.
Slow breakdown.
Don't you want to be everything? How far are you willing to reach? Yeah, you can't be calm like this fucking machine. Oh, you shouldn't hold on to me. Hold on to me. Let go of me. Let go of me. You shouldn't hold on to me. Hold on to me. Try to let go of me. Let go of me. Of what you'll never be.
Oh, baby. Oh, baby. I loved it. Loved
Well.
it. Loved it. Loved it.
I'm gonna say that Fuzz is probably mad at us when he sees this video, but he's probably already watched it.
You're right. I'm sure he
Yeah.
couldn't. He couldn't wait.
Yeah. So
Okay, so is that the vocalist off the Miss Machine album?
yeah, from Miss Machine on. he was
Okay,
the-
okay, that's
yeah.
that's what I thought.
Yeah.
Well, that's not what I thought. I couldn't remember if he was. I couldn't. Again, I'm not a huge Dillinger fan, so I know like some stuff. But it definitely sounded like Dillinger meets fucking Every Time I Die. Old Every Time I Die. Older, when it was a little more chaotic and more panic chords and stuff. Oh, loved it.
less southern, like groovy. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like slower stuff, because they started experimenting with like slower southerny. Like,
Yeah.
Yeah.
It
like
makes me
dirty.
wonder if that's where Andy's writing was coming in for the Every Time I Die stuff. Which if I don't shut up, I'll just sit here and just be like, let's tear it apart and just dissect it and really get into Every Time I Die stuff. But I really like that. I can't wait to see them live. I can't already wait because Jordan. Fuck, he puts on a show. If you watch anything during when Jordan plays, he's just fucking all over the place, fucking jumping around. I'm surprised the dude isn't skin and bones, just how much he moves around on stage.
Oh yeah. I definitely, whenever I was on tour, Warped Tour with them, there was a few times where they were saying like, it was like kind of, it was behind the scenes a little bit, but it was kind of like some of the guys were saying, oh yeah, well, we had to talk to Jordan. He's getting pretty hammered every night. And then I'd watch them play and I'd be like, oh yeah, he's like killing it. And he's like moving around, like jamming and jumping and everything. But then you look in his face and you're like, he could be blackout drunk. Because it just seemed like there was nothing there
Right.
sometimes. And he's just like,
He just goes on a fucking autopilot because he's been doing it so
Yeah.
long.
yeah.
It's awesome.
So, but yeah, Every Time I Die, we don't get Every Time I Die, but we're getting pieces.
Yeah.
It's the best we could get, and I wonder if the lyrics have anything to do with
There was a couple of lines
Keith.
about like about you're in the past and stuff like that. You're just a fraction of my past, and I did notice a few possible jabs. So we'll have to wait and see on that end to see like what the full lyrics are, because I'll have to read them or something. I'm excited to see an album. I'm excited to see what Keith's going to do as well. Because, I mean, he was doing the Damn Things, which I love that project. And it is a little more Southern rock. It's not as heavy as Every Time I Die. So maybe he's going to continue doing that. I don't know. Maybe Andy will come back and be in Better Lovers, and he'll have to wrestle the the fit for an autopsy guitarist for the spot.
Well, I mean, but Will Putney is like producing like stuff, all this stuff. You know what I
Right.
mean? Like he does a lot of different records. I know that I'm pretty. I mean, correct me if I'm wrong in the comments, but I'm pretty sure he like did Knocked Loose. He did like. I mean, I'm pretty sure he does Fit for an Autopsy's production on lots of their albums.
Right.
I know. I think he did Greyhaven, one of the Greyhaven albums.
Okay.
Like he's kind of known for like doing lots of people's first big record and like
Gotcha.
getting their sound established and then making them start to grow. You know what I mean?
Gotcha.
So,
Cool.
but I also could be wrong. So correct me if I'm wrong.
Right.
But also hearing this too, it's like it's fun to think about the other side, and it sucks. It sucks like how much it sucks whenever your favorite band breaks up. It sucks whenever you see brothers or friends or whatever breaking up in their own band. But it's always kind of fun to think about when you're like, so what's Keith been up to? And everybody going, yeah, who fucking cares? I hate that guy. Or or even the other way around. Hey Keith, you ever talk to the guys? No, fuck them. Like it's just if you're there, it's kind of fun to hear that. It's
Yeah.
like,
You don't want to be the one asking the question, but you definitely want to hear the reaction.
Yeah. For sure. So it's fun to hear. Hey, fuck those guys. But I have, if you're looking around on our page, we are doing. I don't know if it's probably gonna come out after this, but Will Swan is gonna be on the show, and it's fun that we've asked him. I've heard someone ask him about Johnny before, and he was like, "Hey, so what do you think about Johnny now that you've kicked him out of the band like 2 times?" And he was like, "Hey, like I had to do what I had to do because dude's a piece of shit, but he's like my piece of shit, so we're still really tight." And I was like, all right, yeah.
That's pretty funny.
Yeah.
My piece of shit.
Yeah. We all have a friend that's like that. It's like, yeah, hey, you don't say that about him because I'm gonna say that about him. He's a fucking trash.
That is true. We all have that one friend we have to love for some reason.
Shout out Lee. Just kidding, Lee. Kinda. Still love you. But he's grown up now. But yeah, what do you guys think about better lovers? I keep wanting to say selfish lovers because there's a stout that we sell at my work called Selfish Lover. So when that name came out, I was like, Selfish Lover? What?
Which that's a cool
Better
band
Lovers.
name too. Not gonna lie.
Oh yeah, we've all had one of those. Am I right?
Right.
But yeah, leave it in the comments. Do you like this? Is this a good substitution for Every Time I Die? If you were making a metalcore cake, could you put this as one of the ingredients when you're supposed to put Every Time I Die? Would the cake come out heavy?
I like this analogy. It's fun.
But yeah, leave it in the comments. And if you have any suggestions or comments or questions or anything, or if you want to get Toby's personal phone number, you think he's a little sexy, you want to tug on his hair, hit us up at nerdingoutwithrickshaw@gmail.com. And we will see you later, nerds.